Well, what do we have here? What's up, guys? It's Apollo, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. Today, we've got a juicy 2 vs 2 online battle, and this is my very first subscribers battle replay. That's right, guys. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So remember, I am looking for battle replays, especially free-for-all battle replays, so send them my way, email or through my Discord, all linked down below. You can get all that information in the video description. I'm really excited for free-for-alls because not knowing what's gonna happen just sounds like so much fun. So yeah, send me the free-for-alls. I can't wait to check them out. Now today, in this 2 vs 2, it's dead even. The balance of power is super close, and we got a fight here between Dark Elves, and they're taking on the High Elves mixed with the Skaven. I know, it's like the High Elves were like, oh my god, the Dark Elves are getting too strong. We need more allies. It's like, do you know anyone who has a lot of manpower? Well, maybe not manpower per se, but they got a lot of troops, more like rat power. It's like, no, not the Skaven. Oh god. But they had to, just team up with them for any chance of victory against the Dark Elves. So that's the story. So we'll start with these army comps here really fast. We'll start with the High Elf, and I'm just going to call this the Alliance, the High Elves and the Skaven. We'll start with the Skaven. In the front line, we got some Skaven slaves. Not a very good unit, more like a cannon fodder troop. But hey, you know what? Just send up the slaves first, and then you've got the Storm Vermin Halberds. These guys are like the beating heart of the army. They're gonna hold the line for this main line of the Skaven, and then if the Storm Vermin are the beating heart, the brains of the army definitely has to be the catapults and the rest of the artillery, which includes the warp lightning cannon. So yeah, very cool. We got Queek Head Taker for the general. Back here, we do have some gunner runner slingers, and we also have some plague monks, which are very light infantry, but they're dual wielding. They do a lot of damage. So you just got to watch out for the arrows when you're charging up the plague monks. All right, so now with the High Elves. The High Elves are actually bringing an army you wouldn't really think they would bring. Lots and lots of shock cav, the Dragon Princes. So yeah, lots of this very elite cav. For his infantry, he's got a mix of spearmen, Phoenix Guard. He also has, I believe, some Sword Masters as well. Yes, there's the Sword Masters. And he's only bringing 2 units of archers, which is really, really shocking. I mean, the High Elves are known for their arrows, and just 2 units? That's kind of surprising. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Look at all the cav. Look at all this cav. It's ridiculous. So much cav for the High Elves. It's crazy. But it's good cav, so I'm sure it's going to be effective. Now let's look at the Dark Elves. I don't know where one army begins and one ends, so we're going to look at them as one giant army. So he's got some shades, dual weapons, so a nice crossbow unit there. And then he's got the artillery, the Reaper bolt thrower. Look at this guy. He's giving out some orders like, a little bit higher, that's good, all right, fire. And then he's got some bleak swords for his main infantry. He got some dread spears, some executioners. Of course, we have the war hydra. We've got Melekith on a cold one, so nice wizard there, wizard general. Then he's got a death hag, great fighter, some dread spears back here, more shades, more executioners. I love the Dark Elves, man. We do have an assassin, very cool assassin on the battlefield, more shades, and then we've got some cold one calves on the flank. And he also has, check this out, guys, we got 3 units of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Some skirmish cav. I haven't seen the skirmish cav yet, so that's gonna be pretty fun. Let's get started here. All right, guys, so I assume this battle is going to start with some juicy artillery firing. Now the Dark Elves, they've got to move forward. They've got to get going. Now they do have, oh yeah, look at that. They've got that Reaper over there, which is gonna do some damage, but these cannons should be able to take it out very quickly. Oh, the Reaper, see what the Reaper has over the cannon is that they can kind of fire in an arc, but they also have catapults where, oh god, which are coming down. And yeah, they're gonna focus down this Reaper artillery crew, which is unfortunate for them. And yeah, the Dark Elves are making the smart move here. They've got to close in the gap. That artillery is going to chew them up if they just sit back and try to skirmish and use their own artillery. Ooh, the War Hydra is also getting focused down a little bit. Let's slow-mo it a little bit here. Let's see what else is going on. So I believe, yes, indeed, the skirmish cav is starting to harass the back lines because, by the way, guys, they were able to spawn back here because they have Vanguard capability. They can spawn outside the deployment zone. Now, the High Elves, I'm pretty sure, knew about this since the very beginning, but he hasn't moved up his shock cav, and the crossbows, the mounted crossbows, are going to continue to fire and harass these guys until forever, I guess, until they kill them all. Oh, we do have a cav charge. Look at this, guys. So, oh, but they're going to charge into the artillery. We got some magic coming down. Oh, the War Hydra is using his fire breath and trying to take out these elves. More Skaven artillery coming down. I think it's still going after the Dark Elf artillery, the repeater whatever it's called. The Reaper, not the repeater. But the War Hydra coming in, trying to protect their own archers. Look at it, feast. It's feasting time, boys. Oh, the Death Hag. Oh, but the cannon there still firing down, still trying to focus down this War Hydra. The Warpstone cannon is so good at taking out big monsters like this. All right, so let's slow it down. Now, my question here is, what are the High Elves doing? Why are they charging in? I honestly would just say, well, actually, okay, hold on. Let's address this here. Now, let's not forget that the Dark Elves actually have more archers than the Skaven Alliance. So it does kind of make sense that they are charging in. But I would still just sit back and just use this artillery. I think you have so much artillery that who cares if they have more archers? Your artillery will just soften up their infantry so much that, you know, I mean, when you, when you charge in, it's not going to do much because their infantry is it's all going to be wasted from the artillery. That took me way too long to explain. Anyways, let's get back to this main line. Look at this. This is like Lord of the Rings epic right here on the fields of Mordor. I love this. I love the battlefield here. But the War Hydra coming in. Now we got the vortex of blades from Malekith. He's coming in trying to soften up these princes. So great use of magic there. The Skaven are starting to cause some issues. Unfortunately, we had cold ones charging into halberds, which is not a great situation. So yeah, the Skaven halberds are causing a lot of issues. Let's go back to slow motion here, guys, once again and see what's going on here. So the Dark Elves now throwing in some executioners. We've got our archers just trying to give some supporting fire. And just look at this battlefield here. Look at this. You got War Hydras getting zapped. You got all kinds of fantasy units fighting each other to the death. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Fantasy, so much fun for a Total War. It just, it zaps one of the War Hydra heads. That'd be cool if the heads start falling off. That would be awesome. But the War Hydra is surrounded by High Elves. Look at this. He's got Spearmen. He's got Shock Cav, the Phoenixes. Now, we do have some Dread Spears trying to close in here from the Dark Elves, trying to support this War Hydra. But, you know, the Phoenix Guard are so good at taking out monsters that they're going to do just all right. They're going to take out this War Hydra pretty quickly. Now, that's one thing you've got to watch out for when you've got big monsters like this on the battlefield. Watch out for big halberd units because they're so good. They're anti-large. They can take out big monsters like this. And the War Hydra, I like to keep my War Hydra back as a reserve unit and just use the flame ability that he has, which you can't use if you're in melee. So I like to keep the War Hydra back as long as possible. Now the Dark Elves over here still have a fresh force. Look at this, so legendary. I love the Dark Elves. So they're gonna actually flank around. Now we actually have some cav charging in here at this moment. Let's go back to normal speed and continue this battle. Now the repeater crossbows, the Dark Riders, they're still alive and well. They're just kind of running around and supporting this fight. The Dark Elves putting down a lot of suppressing fire. I mean, the High Elves are really clumping up here. So this is a good opportunity. Oh, yes, that's perfect timing. I was just about to say good opportunity for some magic. And sure enough, we got the Vortex. Now we got the Shard coming down. And that is just wrecking the Dark Elves' dream, or the High Elves' dreams. Look at this. Doing so much damage to this Phoenix Guard, which is a unit they need to focus down. The War Hydra, I think, yes, he got his War Hydra out of there. Excellent job by the Dark Elves. I'm really rooting for the Dark Elves right now, just because, I don't know, I feel like they're just having a tough time against this artillery. I believe they are the underdog, and they are going after this crazy contraction. This is the Plague Priest on his mount of Dangly Justice. Dangly Justice. There we go. War prowess. That has now been triggered, and now the Dark Elves have a perk here, a buff, going after the Skaven infantry. But they got to continue to watch out for that artillery. Over in the center, the Dark Elves are still blobbing up their troops. This is not what you want to see if you're rooting for the Dark Elves, because they are losing a lot of men. Back over here, the other High Elf faction also has triggered their buff. And there's the general, guys. We got Malekith's mom and lover fighting together on the battlefield. More High Elves coming back from breaking, returning to the fight, trying to replenish the front lines here a little bit. We got the Slingers back here as well. The Skaven Slingers trying to soften up the Dark Elves. Queek Headtaker now entering the battle. He's going to go into this front line. Maybe he's going to take on the War Hydra. Oh no, he's taking on a Death Hag. We got an epic legendary battle here between two heroes. But the War Hydra, I mean, I can imagine Headtaker liking the War Hydra because look at all the heads he could take. Oh, but the Skaven Slingers are still focusing down this War Hydra. The War Hydra is now breaking, unfortunately. The Skaven artillery still focusing down these Dark Elves. Let's once again slow down the battle here and really address what's going on. So the Skaven have really, they've done a lot of damage to this Dark Elf front line. We do have some Dark Elves back here who have returned from routing. Mostly archers for this army. Now that the War Hydra is dead, that's a little concerning. We still have Malekith, which is a really powerful legendary lord, so you gotta watch out for him. Now for the High Elves, they've got a princess for their generals, so that's nothing too threatening. But we also have the Plague Monks who are just now been activated. He's been keeping them back in reserve this whole time. The artillery still firing. The balance of power is actually way in favor of the Dark Elves. I did not notice that. So the Skaven, they're gonna have to turn this one around because his High Elf ally, he's really lost a lot. I mean, he made a little bit of some mistakes there, clumping up his troops. Words are hard, guys. Clumping up his troops and getting focused down. Oh man, this music is so legendary. Oh, the War Hydra's back. He's back. Just kidding, he's breaking. I thought he was back. Oh, but the artillery, yes. Yes, these battles are so epic. There goes another shot there from the artillery. I am loving Warhammer 2, man. This game is freaking awesome. It's a shame that the battles are still very short, but you know, they do seem to be a little, and when I mean a little bit longer. But the relentless artillery coming down from the Skaven. The Dark Elves, I don't know if they still have Cav left on the battlefield, but they need to try to save that Cav for going after that Skaven artillery. And here comes the Executioners charging into these Plague Monks. And I can just see them like, disgusting filth. Slaughter them all. And the Skaven are like, slaughter them all. The Horn Rat will know his own. Will recognize his own. Oh, wait. Oh, the Dark Elves. They're about to be... Oh, the artillery, man. Just relentless. So let's zoom out here. Dark Elves are now flanking behind some Plague Monks. Oh, no. These are spawned Plague Monks. Trying to save his Shades here, which is a dual unit there. But yeah, look at all the spears chasing these guys. Oh, the artillery. They better hope they start to run out of artillery. We got the other general too, Malekith's mom. I never get her name right, so I'm just going to call her Malekith's lover mom. So, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, we got some Cav. They chased down the War Hydra. I think that was a little unnecessary, but hey, they took it out and it won't return to the battlefield. And now we still have, look at this, the Dark Riders are still alive. They just kind of been running around the battlefield, supporting where they can. Oh, the Warp Cannon still firing, going after these crossbows. And then back over here. Oh, look at this, the balance of power is shifting, but it's still in favor of the Dark Elves. Ooh, I don't know, guys. I don't know how that can be. I mean, with this artillery. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I was about to say, with the skirmish Cav, I was like, whoa, what is that? Oh, we got another vortex. Another vortex going on. The Skaven position here. We've got a clumped up force of Skaven forces. Unfortunately, it wasn't right on the center of this army, but it did take out a decent amount of plague monks. And look at these rats for the Vermintide. Charging up and going up this hill of this like decaying land, which almost looks like a Dark Elf land. So it's almost as if the Dark Elves are being invaded here. The balance of power is now back to even, guys. This battle has been back and forth this entire time. These shades, though, need to start to rack up some kills. Kill these plague monks. Get them off the battlefield. It's looking, I don't know, it's looking pretty grim. Even though it says it's balanced, it looks pretty tough for the Dark Elves here. More skirmishing coming down. We got Malekith on the cold one. He's coming across. He needs to try to use some abilities here to try to soften up these lines. More plague monks. They're just resting here a little bit. The general just kind of watching over the battlefield. She needs to get closer with their main army. The balance of power is still really close. There we go. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. The missile cap taking out the Skaven artillery, which is going to be very, very useful here. He's got to continue, though. Keep pushing. Keep taking out this artillery. But the artillery might be spent at this point anyways. So he might just need to take out the warp lightning cannon. So, yeah, he's good. So he's going to fall back there. Oh, wait, no, cold one's coming in. We got another vortex. Vortex of death and destruction. But it just misses. It gets some of the plague monks, but it just misses the main force here, which is now pursuing the Dark Elves. The Dark Elves need to regroup. They need to get back into this one. They still have, look at this, they're still, the balance of power is still in their favor. That's amazing, considering the Skaven still has a lot of troops left. The High Elves are pretty much spent. It's all up to this cav right here, the skirmish cav. It is all up to them. And there they go. They're going to go in for a charge here, guys. Let's see this brutal charge. Check this out. Here we go. Oh, but they're charging into halberds. This might hurt. Oh, get them. Get them, Dark Elves. Oh, but the Skaven are closing in. He's got to disengage here. This is going to be a losing battle if he stays against these halberds. Oh, come on. Retreat out of there. I don't know. I guess he's hoping to break him because he outnumbers them quite a bit. This is a very depleted unit, but that's just not the case. We also have the general here of the High Elves just kind of chilling like a villain. Back over here, we've got a sorceress, dark magic, and we have Morathi. Is that it? Morathi? Is that her name? Oh, we got the assassin coming in too. I think that's why the Dark Elves have a lot of... They're still in this game because of all their heroes and their generals still alive, fighting the good fight, surrounded by the Skaven. Come on, take them out. Where's Malekith? Malekith, my man. Oh, Queek head taker. Malekith, look at, we got a battle of legendary lords here. Queek. Oh wait, no, that's not Queek. No, Queek's right. Yeah, Queek's right there. Okay. Queek's right there. The Plague Priest, though, he's got something to say. He runs over. He just ran over Queek. It's like, dude, oh, God. What are you doing? Watch where you're going. Malekith, though, is going to fall back, which is smart. He needs to get out of there. He's taking a lot of damage. The balance of power, finally, this entire time, the balance of power has not been in favor of the Skaven, but just right now, it is in favor. So this is like the first time the Skaven have... oh, wait, a lot of breaking over here, though. A lot of breaking. Now we got slingers. Oh, we got a spell coming down, guys. Get ready for this. Here we go. What is this going to be? Oh, it's just... okay, it's just a nerf. So just making them a little bit weaker, most likely for a cab charge. Yes, indeed. Good use of the magic. Good combo with physical and magic abilities. So good charge there. And that should wipe out that Skaven Slinger unit, especially with the general flying in. This balance of power is still really close. The Skaven closing up, trying to join the fight as well. Malekith is getting attacked in the rear. He needs to turn around and just face these guys. Oh, we got some debuffing, though, going on. Oh, Malekith. Now we have the general for the High Elves and the Dark Elf general, Morathi. She's going to go for her, try to take her out. She's like, bitch, get out of here. Are you trying to hurt my man and my boy? He's my boy. So, yeah, she's going to try to hold the front line. Queek head taker. Also, we got another legendary battle. The two generals, the four generals, I should say, are fighting the good fight. But this priest, this plague priest, he wants a piece of this action too. And the Dark Elves, oh my god, this is so close, guys. Let's slow it down here. Let's look at this battlefield. Let's see what's happening. So the Skaven are breaking left and right, but that's what the Skaven do. The Dark Elves, who still have a chance here. The balance of power is in favor of the Skaven, but the Dark Elves still have all their heroes. I can't imagine that they still have magic at this point because, well, you know, they've used quite a bit of it. Now, where is the Cav? Looks like the skirmish Cav is gone. So it's all up to these heroes to fight back to back and get enough kills in the rest of this battle. Oh, wait, is this a spell coming down? No, it's a debuff or a buff. No, yeah, it's a buff, I believe. Oh, we got another spell coming down. I believe, I don't know what's going on. It's just a bunch of buffs and debuffs, probably because they can't afford the more expensive magic because they've used up most of their magic abilities. But yeah, they need to take out Queek. If they want any chance of winning this battle, they have to take out Queek. Oh, the warp cannon is not done. The warp lightning cannon is not done. Queek is so close to being dead. Like I said, oh no. No, but the warp lightning cannon breaks the will of the Dark Elves, and Queek so close to dead. I bet if they killed Queek, they had a better chance there, but woo, baby. That was a great battle. I thank you for the replay, dude. This was a good one. By the way, it was sent in by the Skaven player. He showed how the Skaven can be a deadly force, and look at that artillery all right there. I think the Dark Elves made the biggest mistake they made had to be like not going for that artillery. Also his plague monks. Look at the plague monks. Well, this one got 100, which is pretty good. And then we got some halberds getting just under 100. So yeah, this was sent in by T Inquisitors. So thank you, man, for the battle replay. I hope to see more battle replays like this. So his ally, what didn't do so hot there, but the Skaven definitely helped carry the team there a little bit. But, you know, they did their job. I just think you need to rely more on archers. Just get a couple more archers. But the High Elves are very expensive, so you got to try to spend the money wisely. Now, the Dark Elf players, I think they did pretty well. I think they both did pretty well. They just made that one costly mistake, which, of course, was not going for that artillery as quickly as possible. Maybe bringing more cav. The War Hydra, I think, could have been a little bit more effective there. You know, if they tried to just hang back with the Horde. Just save the War Hydra for the late game. That's what I think, because the War Hydra's so strong. His artillery got 100 kills, which is okay, but to be fair, he was taking on like hundreds of artillery against the Skaven. Okay, not hundreds, but you know what I mean. Melekith getting 149, and then we've got Marathi getting 143. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up here, guys, for today's battle. This was a fun one. So thank you guys for watching this one, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course subscribe for more epic battles. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.